Greetings, friends. Welcome once again to my game room. We're doing something a little bit different this time. I wanted to talk to you specifically about games in the classroom and the Peg Pastimes series of games, how they relate to education. When we put together the collection, we looked for games from all around the world, different cultures, different locations, as well as games from all of recorded history. There are only 24 games as I speak in the Peg Pastimes collection, but there are many, many more games that we hope to adapt to the collection as time goes by. Everybody is well aware of how games are valuable in the educational realm and all the things that they can teach. Peg Pastimes, I think, brings something a little bit special to the genre because of the fact that we are so focused on history and culture. Each rule book comes with a summary of history at the beginning, a little about how the game developed, where the game came from, a little game genealogy, if you will, that shows how an ancient game evolved over the generations to become something that we're more familiar with today. The connections between neighboring civilizations and cultures through history as well, and how games traveled around with peoples as they moved about, how different nations traded through history. They also propagated games through conquest, through colonization, through pilgrimage. Abstract games, games that don't seem to have any theme to them, are generally based on some kind of local culture. There's a story behind them, whether they began as an embodiment of some legend or a local historical event. Maybe they reflect the geography of a location, or just simply the routines of daily life in a different culture. And so you can see that through playing these games in particular, a student experiences a hands-on connection to the history behind the game and the people who played it in history, the people who play it today around the world. I might point out, though, that the research into these games was sort of a detective game in itself, trying to root out the truth, the history of particular games. People have had games with them for thousands of years, and so it has a kind of an Indiana Jones aspect to trying to track down these games and how they're played. So from shepherds in Kenya to the royal courts of Siam, from ancient Viking settlements to the mysterious civilizations of Central America, all over the world and in all of human history, we have games to show us a little insight into the daily lives of people. So the Peg Pastimes collection is carefully curated to embody some of these different aspects of human experience. They fit naturally into classrooms, libraries, even the bookshelves at home. If you are a public school or a private school or parochial school or home school, a public library, even just for your private collection to share with family and friends, there's a place for the Peg Pastimes collection. So if you'd like to know more about Peg Pastimes and games in the collection, what we're planning for the future, click the links below and check out the New Venture website. The games are published by New Venture, distributed by Red Hen Toys. You can also look at the Peg Pastimes page on Facebook. Of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel and be notified when we come out with some new mini videos to talk about Peg Pastimes. But we also talk about a lot of other games here on the channel. We're going to address some other ancient games besides the Peg Pastimes, as well as newer games and maybe even some games that don't exist yet. If you have any suggestions, any questions, please get those messages to us, and we'll do the best we can to address those in future episodes as well. I really appreciate your support. As I always say, be sure to play every day.